Before the female narcissist wrecked your life, you laughed without checking the room. Before all the gaslighting, you trusted your gut. Before the smear campaigns, you believed your story. Today, we are not talking about her. We are talking about you, the man you were, the man you became, and the man you are rebuilding now. Welcome to the Narc Free Man Podcast. Welcome back, fellas, to the Narc Free Man Podcast. I'm Phillip Dugas. Our mission here is simple, guys. We expose the truth, reclaim your strength, and help good men break free from toxic relationships with narcissistic women and rebuild their life to become the 2.0 version of themselves. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about how narcissistic abuse changes you psychologically, emotionally, physically, and what it takes to get your power back. We'll walk through the 3 phases: before, who you were and why you were targeted; during, the invisible damage; and after, the rebuild. I'll read from real listener DMs and share client stories that will feel like your life on tape. So just realize that you are not crazy, you are waking up. So let's talk about who you were before the narcissistic abuse. If you've ever thought, how did I, a sane man, end up here? The answer is painful and empowering. You were targeted because you are a good man. Your strengths were handpicked and twisted. You were loyal, patient, a protector, provider, a dad who shows up, a man of faith or conviction, a builder. That's why she chose you. Narcissistic women don't pick weak men. They pick steady men, because steady men can be trained to carry chaos. It all starts beautiful. She mirrors your values, your jokes, your goals. She future paces. You hear, "I have never met anyone like you." You feel chosen. Then tiny compromises appear. It's no big deal. You tell yourself. You apologize for peace. You step over red flags because the highs feel like destiny. Now, a podcast listener, let's call him Mark, told me that his first red flag was small. He said no to a weekend trip because of his son's game. She didn't argue. She sulked and went silent, and then posted a photo on Facebook with a cryptic caption. So he panicked, chased, explained, and apologized. One no became a lesson. Your needs equal punishment. Let me read you another anonymous DM. This guy says, "Bro, I used to be decisive. Now I can't pick dinner without second guessing. I stopped seeing my friends because she said they were a bad influence on me. I thought being patient was love. It was training." Abuse doesn't start with pain. It starts with confusion. Confusion is the leash. So here's why good men miss it. You assume good intention because you have it. You value family, so you endure rough patches. You crave peace, so you trade the truth for quiet. You are loyal, so you explain yourself instead of observing patterns. Now here's another story from my DMs. He said she was the church sweetheart, the neighborhood darling. At home, cold, critical, explosive. When he tried to tell anyone, he got, "She's so sweet though." That contrast is not an accident. It is a fortress. She builds public credibility to disarm your truth. And here's another DM. A guy said that everyone loved her. I couldn't get anyone to believe me. I felt like the villain in her movie. Before the narcissistic abuse, you had instincts. During the love bomb and mirroring, those instincts got muted. Your no got smaller. Your identity shrank to fit her story. This is not weakness, it's grooming. Now let's talk about the damage you don't see right away. If you have left her and still feel hooked, if you still explain yourself to a ghost, you are not broken, you are bonded. Now, here's what a trauma bond is in plain English. A trauma bond is a cycle: affection, confusion, punishment, crumbs of affection. Your brain gets trained. Chase the high, survive the low. Dopamine spikes from intermittent rewards. Cortisol pumps during threat. You mistake adrenaline for love, and your nervous system becomes her instrument. The result? You second guess your memory. You rehearse arguments alone. You feel guilty for wanting peace. You wait for a good day that resets the abuse. Let me share another story a man sent in to me. This one he called the kitchen recording. Andre finally recorded a fight on his phone, not to post, but to check his sanity. He listened later and heard calm questions from himself, escalating tactics from her, deflection, blame, tears on command. He cried in his car, not because of the fight, but because the tape proved he wasn't crazy. Another man said he left, but I still almost texted her to apologize. I hear her voice when I make decisions. I'm scared the next woman will be the same. And that's the trap, fellas. Now let's talk about the hidden costs. Cognitive, fog, indecision. Emotional, you'll experience shame, numbness. Physically, you'll experience insomnia, gut issues, hair loss, heart palpitations, migraines. Stress chemistry is real. Relational, you'll experience isolation, walking on eggshells with everyone, especially your kids. Let me share another story a man sent in to me. Now, Lewis describes exchanges where his daughter watched him like a referee. Mom had already told her he was unstable. He kept his voice even, no sarcasm, no eye rolls, no jabs. A month later, his daughter said, "Dad, you are calm." His restraint wasn't weakness. It was evidence that later won him time back. Now, when she senses you pulling away, expect these 4 attacks: fake sweet, threats, shame, and control. Why? Because steady men are hardest to move. The calmer you get, the louder she becomes. Hey, brother, real quick. If this episode's hitting home, don't just listen and scroll. Subscribe to the Narc Free Report, my free weekly email made for men just like you. Every Saturday morning, you'll get battle-tested tips on female narcissism and recovery. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just real tools to help you lead your life again. Hit the link in my bio if you're watching on TikTok, or if you are on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. It's linked below in the description. Now back to the show. Another DM a guy sent me, he said, 70 calls in one night when I didn't react. She showed up crying because I stopped responding. When I said, "You don't affect me anymore," she broke. The opposite of abuse isn't revenge, it's self-leadership. The next part of this podcast episode is your blueprint to rebuild a man she can't move. You don't get your old self back. You build a stronger one. Not perfect, present. Not loud, but rooted. Now I want to share with you the 6-pillar rebuild method after the abuse. Number 1, radical responsibility. She's abusive, that's real, but your future is yours. Replace "why did she" with "what will I do" daily. Number 1, radical responsibility. Number 2, emotional control. No more free fuel. Gray rock in practice. Short, factual, child-focused communication. No sarcasm, no essays, no midnight replies. Here's an example. Number 3, documentation. Now, this is not legal advice, guys. Make sure you have screenshots, voicemails, missed visitations. Keep it neutral because the facts win and patterns matter. Number 4 is strategic exit. Make sure you have a separate bank account, of course. Make sure you consult with a family law attorney early and move like a calm general. No announcements and no threats. The fifth thing is you need to have a tribe. Stop fighting this alone. I recommend joining a men's group or getting with a coach who understands high conflict dynamics like this, especially like a therapist. And the sixth thing is purpose beyond survival. Freedom isn't just leaving her, it's who you become after the abuse. A peaceful father, a strong provider, a man with a mission that doesn't orbit her. Let me share another story a man sent in. This guy planned his exit for 6 months. He didn't announce anything. He moved once his finances, his housing, and legal strategy were all set in place. And of course, she raged, threatened. He told me that the hardest part wasn't leaving, it was preparing to leave right. And he said, I stopped arguing and started journaling. My son said, Dad, I feel safe with you. That was my win. I'm rebuilding now, slow and steady. Now let me talk about some common questions I get in my DMs. Will she change if I love her more? No. Narcissism feeds on supply, not love. How do I help my kids? Be relentlessly consistent. Never badmouth their mom. Create rituals they can count on, and document everything. What if people don't believe me? Stop campaigning. Live a pattern that's undeniable, because truth outlasts theater. So here's your next 3 moves, guys. Narcissistic abuse changed you. It also revealed you. You are still here, which means you are not done. So here's your next 3 moves. Number 1, decide. Write it down tonight. I will not live under her control another year. Decision is the first act of leadership. Number 2, detach with a plan. No announcements, just quiet action. Log the facts, secure your finances, and consult a family law attorney. Build your safety net. Number 3 is plug into brotherhood, a tribe, a community, because isolation is her weapon. Men are your shield. Get around brothers who won't let you quit. And if you need the roadmap to exit that toxic relationship, grab my book, How to Leave a Female Narcissist. It'll give you 9 clear steps to walk away from her forever. Or if you want one-on-one coaching, I will link that down below as well. And stay strong, stay steady, stay narc free. I'll see you in the next episode.